Here's why I think TikTok is literally scamming you. You have no idea if you don't know what to look for. If you don't know who I am, my name is Hunter Hewitt. I've been running TikTok shop brands just for almost a year now. And if you don't know any of my brands, Breathe Ease is a lung detox you might have seen on TikTok and Amazon. And then Armonti Toxin Detox is another brand and product line that we've just released, which is for heavy metals, microplastics. So you might have seen this on TikTok, you might not, but I have been doing this, done over $500,000 in sales on TikTok alone. I've been in the e-commerce game for just over 4 or 5 years. So you do have a credible source here to listen to, and I'll show you my numbers. I will talk to you why Amazon is stealing money from you and making you pay more for things that you don't actually need to be paying for or shouldn't be paying for. So what I mean by this is if you are running TikTok GMV max ads specifically, you are probably cooked. Just like I was, just like a few of the other brand owners that I'm close with were, and we found something that's pretty disturbing. So for the last 6 months, I've been running TikTok shop GMV max ads exclusively. If you aren't familiar with what that is it's a kind of ad, an automated ad basically, that TikTok has enabled within their seller center. So instead of having to go into the business center and go into the campaign manager and launch creatives separately and build out the whole thing, GMV max ads are supposed to be their automated way, their automatic ads basically, that have a really good return generally, right? And so this is a part of the issue is when I started running these ads, we were getting 11x, 12x ROAS, super low cost per order, and it wasn't spending a lot of money. So it was great. It was a great source of sales for us that were super profitable in our head, right? And we thought that this was a way to scale and we could pour more money into this and we could just run infinitely. Well, what we found out is here's the value of this video. Well, it turns out that GMV max ads actually attribute for organic and paid conversions, okay? So whether your customer purchases off of a sponsored video or an organic video, it is going to attribute in this dashboard. So you're going to see it as one of these orders in the dashboard, which is not ideal. This is not how it typically works across other platforms. That's like saying I'm running an Instagram ad, and if you went to my personal profile and you checked out or you bought something from my personal profile, it's saying that I should be paying for that even though the ad didn't make you find me. And so it's a pretty messed up metric, and most of these overview metrics are completely wrong because of that. And so if you go inside of your GMV max ads, you click view details and you can see which ones are organic versus which ones are not. And nevertheless, they both attribute in this dashboard. So here are the numbers. I'll actually show y'all my exact numbers here, ads versus no ads. What I'm about to show y'all is my operational P&L. This is what we use every day to track what is going on in our business. How much are we seeding? How much are we profiting? What's our contribution margin? Everything down to our refund percentage, our discount percentage, all of it. So we're going to start here with the ad side, right? So you're going to see we did about $1,100 in sales on the 28th and about $1,100 in sales on the 29th, okay? Nothing super crazy, 2% refund, 2% shipping, 6% refund, 2%. Nothing super crazy, okay? I've went ahead and knocked out my cost of goods sold here so y'all can't reverse source that, but just know our product cost of goods sold without seeding is about 16 to 20%, just depending on the day, okay? And depending on the products, right? What was ordered more of. And so you can just kind of go through these numbers. Gross profit without any expenses comes out to be about $700 on this one, on this day, $600 on this one. So not too bad. Now, after product seeding, which are samples, if you weren't familiar, just sending out samples, you can kind of see that. It's about 26%, which is super high this day. We approved a ton of samples on this day, and then 3% on this. Industry standard for product seeding is about 7% of your GMV. So make sure you're attributing for the seeding cost to be your cost of goods sold plus your shipping. A lot of people forget the shipping side, but it needs to be both. And so back to my point though, we're seeing ad spend here. $306 on the 28th, okay? And then we have $288 on the 29th, which is not a ton of money relatively on ads, I'm not gonna lie, but it is a good amount and it was a good percentage of our total revenue, right? 25%, which, you know, I would hoping for a lower number, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty industry standard. Affiliate commission, and after other marketing spends, which is our affiliates, you'll see that we have a total TikTok shop marketing spend of $808 and $523. So this day, obviously we approved a ton of samples, but this day we did not. So you can see that we lost 9%, almost 10% contribution margin. So we lost $110 selling on the 28th. And then on the 29th, we were barely profitable, 6% profitable, $73 in the green. This is not good, guys. This is not ideal. This is not how I would be running my business. And this is what we're trying to get away from. And so you might be thinking, well, okay, Hunter, this is great. You're telling me what I should and shouldn't do, but how do you fix it? Well, let me show you the numbers of when we turn the ads off. So this is kind of a crazy number and this is not fake, 1000% real. I can refresh on my dashboard and show y'all here that on the 30th we did 1324, and on the 1st we've so far done, is actually just the 2nd, so this was yesterday, we've done $1,149. Okay, now no refund, the crazy refund percentage on this day. Just on this one we had 11 net sales. We've already gone over this. Cost of goods sold, talked about all this stuff, right? Most important part here is we have no ad spend, $0 in ad spend, 0 ad spend percentage. And then here's our affiliate commissions. Great. Well, look at these numbers at the bottom. Our contribution margin has now jumped to 41% and 34%. Crazy big differences and a lot of more money in my pocket. I care about profitability, guys. I don't care about revenue numbers. I don't care about how it looks on the app. I don't care about how it looks like to other people. My goal is to build an exitable business that I can one day turn and sell for and have a long-term enterprise value. The most important thing that these VCs in these big places that are buying these supplement brands are looking at is how long have you been profitable and how profitable are you? So it is very important that you try to be profitable from day one. You don't want to be losing money hand over fist every single month. And I don't even think you should be trying to like put yourself in a position to lose money at all. I know some people are like, oh, you have to be unprofitable at a certain point. And I kind of disagree with that. I think for a long time, I did believe that that was a requirement that, you know, you kind of had to be unprofitable at first. But looking back, like, I don't think you do. I think you can launch and you can launch at a smaller scale and you can make sure and protect your margin. And that puts you in a better term, long term. Now, that's not to say don't take risk and don't put money in ads and don't pay affiliates. I think you should be doing that. I do that. And we're actually, just so y'all know, we're taking all of the bottom line that we were going to spend in ad spend, the $8,000 to $12,000 that we have budgeted on just for TikTok, and we're pouring that into creators. So it's not like we're not going to spend it. So our contribution margin will start to rise. You haven't seen that later part of the trickle effect, right? You're starting to only see the beginning, so it kind of does skew it. But the good news is we're doing this for the entire month of May. So you're going to see a video the end of May or the middle of May and the end of May updating you how this goes. I have committed to not putting any money in ad spend for the entire month of May to see how this pans out. I really believe it's going to be better. And my prediction is that I'm going to be more profitable. I'm going to have about a 15 to a 20% drop in GMV, which I'm okay with as long as my profitability goes up. So that's kind of what's going on. This is why I think TikTok is literally stealing from you, because they're charging you money. They're making your cost per order go up without attributing for more sales, right? They're not doing any work, but they're getting paid for the work. So that's something that we need to be very aware of as brand owners. And you need to just go take a look. Let me show you how to take a look. So my ad center actually just got taken down earlier today, but what you would do is you would click view details down here, and then you would click right here at the bottom, this product card. You would have organic, and then you would have, view creatives. Here we go, view creatives, and then you can see. So just make sure you're being aware of this, guys. Make sure you aren't getting taken advantage of. Make sure that you are doing everything you can to protect your margins, because remember, this is a long-term game, guys. So hopefully this is helpful. And if you do have any questions and you do want help, feel free to shoot me a comment down on the YouTube video. Make sure you like it, subscribe, and let me know if y'all have anything in the future, and we'll go over that next time. Peace.